Here's a demo of a simple Inca chat experience. This one is focused on a participant's thoughts on fast food restaurants. We first start off with some typical single and multiple choice questions, asking about the restaurants they've been to and prefer. And then we move on to our first open-ended question, and here you will see an example of how you can respond with voice and video on Inca.
So growing up, I had a lot of fond memories as a kid, having pizza with friends while watching movies at home, and Domino's is the place I always went just because it was downstairs.
One thing to note are that all these probes shown today are using our Inca Smart Probe, so they're generated with AI to ask relevant probing questions based on what the participant says.
So Domino's dough and ingredients have like a specific taste where now if I have it, I always remember back to those times. So it's just almost nostalgic for me now.
Next is an example of one of our projective techniques, our Treeman question, where participants can select characters that best represent how they feel in a given scenario and are asked to explain why. We find it's a more engaging way to probe deeper into what they're really thinking and feeling compared to regular text-based questions.
So it feels like I'm going on an adventure. I'm on the lookout for something new to eat. There's a lot of different cuisines, so it sounds pretty exciting.
And finally, we have our trade-off question, where participants are first shown a series of concepts or logos to determine which ones they like or dislike, and then are asked to compare and rank them head to head until they've determined their favorite one. And here at Inca, we're always curious about the whys, so we follow up with a few probing questions to find out more about why they dislike certain concepts and why they selected the final one as their favorite.
So I like this design because it features the cuisine I most imagine with it, and also I like the colors.
And I mentioned before that Inca Smart Probe uses AI to listen to what the participant says and responds back with a relevant probe. And here's a great example of that.
I'm not a big fan of very bright colors. When I see more muted or darker colors, it feels more, I guess, adult or high class. So it definitely looks more exciting for me. So when I see this brand or logo, I think it's like a bar where it's more like a restaurant. So it's a little misleading.
And here we wrap up this exercise with our last AI generated probe.
So I think rather than a logo with a cup that represents beer, I'm guessing, I think having a more food related logo is better.